I do not understand this. If you have 4 really good offensive linemen, and they're good. Josh Baker, good. Our guy Leif, good. Obviously, Jonah Savaiinaea, first-round pick. Wendell Moy. If you don't have a left tackle, why would you not put the one that has already played right tackle and is a projected first-round pick at left tackle, Jonah Savaiinaea? That makes no sense to me. Elaborate, Jason Shearer.
I believe that is in play based on, I asked Brent Brennan how he decides who plays where in the line. For instance, I basically said, for instance, why not move Jonah to left tackle? And he said, basically, well, not basically. He said he trusts Oglesby and what he believes. And if this is how Oglesby wants to start, so be it. But if it's not working, they can go back in a few days, have a meeting and say, let's do this. And he said, because let's be real, Jonah can play anywhere on the line and he's really good. I have a feeling that they're seeing what they have at left tackle. And if it isn't good enough, Jonah will be a left tackle.
I believe Jonah is going to be a left tackle then. I feel much more comfortable about possibly putting somebody at right tackle when I have somebody like Jonah Savaiinaea. Listen, Sheer, you and I have been covering Arizona football. Well, I mean, you started about 5 years ago. I was in the 90s with Dick Tomei, as you call him. Yes, but joking aside, you don't see linemen that come through like Jonah Savaiinaea. When we've first laid eyes on him, we're like, all right, well, you're going to be here 3 years and you're going to be off to the NFL. He looks totally different. He looks like he should be at Georgia or Alabama. He doesn't look like an Arizona football player. If you have somebody like that, put him at the most important position, period.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, some of the positions today surprised me on the O-line. Jonah Rodriguez is the backup right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Wooten right now is the backup left tackle.
Right.
I noticed Wooten I don't know if he got more snaps than Rodriguez, but he was second. Rhino was right there as well. He was the starter because of who's out and all that.
We also need all right, I want to address a couple players that I would love to be wrong on. I would love to put a my bad movement out there, but talking with people, I just don't believe that they're good enough. Tylen Gonzalez, I understood taking the chance on him. The previous coaching staff generally did well with those guys. Not good enough. Elijah Payne, not good enough. That's just kind of what it comes down to. I would not expect them to really be contributors here at the U of A.
Yeah, I mean,
it is what it is.
You never know trajectory, all that, but those are probably transfer candidates after this season because there's so much movement on the offensive line, and Oglesby is clearly giving everyone a chance, but Tylen and Payne just aren't really there yet.
Yeah, they're just not there yet. Now let's talk about Rhino for a second here. Rhino to me is fascinating because again, one of the Bishop Alamany kids. When he came in, I remember that, he looked like somebody that could be a really nice interior lineman, never really progressed. This is kind of a make or break year for Rhino because he's got the potential, or he's going to have an opportunity, whether through injury. This is the opportunity. He's going to have some kind of opportunity if he wants, whether it's injury, whatever the case may be. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens there.
Yeah, I like Rhino. I mean, I don't know if he's ready yet, but the potential is clearly there. Like he looks like a starting lineman in the future. Left tackle's just so open. Like he looked fine today, and it's hard. Look, they don't have pads, and so Brent Brennan was asked by someone else how to evaluate the offensive line, and he was kind of like, "What am I evaluating?" Right? Like it's like so you can't really block him today, but. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like Ryan Stewart was at center today.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't expect that, but he looked pretty good. Like there are.
Would you move? Well, if that's the case, then would you move Josh Baker? Would you move Josh Baker? What would you do with Josh Baker then? Because Josh Baker.
No, Ryan Stewart was second team center.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. No, Baker's starting at center.
There will be no Josh Baker slander on this show. Very much like Josh Baker.
I think Baker's underrated. I think I don't think he gets enough attention for being the anchor on that line. I just think that like if Jonah Rodriguez looks really good at right tackle, do they try him at left tackle? You know what I mean? Like. Do they put Jonah at left and try? I'll just say this. The starting lineup we saw today, I would be very surprised if that's the starting line for the first game.
And that's where I keep coming back to. We got 4 guys that we know are good, and that's at least a good position to be in. You just got to be able to find that 5th guy. Maybe it helps out a little bit with the tight ends.